Here are 5 presidents who have experienced life behind bars. One was accused of assaulting a woman, another was responsible for causing the death of an individual, and one committed such a terrible act against his own people that the citizens buried him underground. Let's take a closer look at these 5 presidents from around the world. Number 5. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, Brazil. Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, commonly known as Lula, served as Brazil's president and was a very popular leader among the working class. However, his career faced a serious setback when he was convicted on corruption charges and sent to prison for over a year. The trial and conviction were extremely controversial, with many arguing that politics influenced the legal process. Despite being behind bars, Lula's reputation among supporters remained strong. After his release, he returned to politics, eventually regaining influence and even contesting elections again. His story is a mix of scandal, resilience, and political comeback, showing how leaders can bounce back even after serious legal troubles. Number 4. Park Geun-hye, South Korea. Park Geun-hye, South Korea's first female president, made history but also faced one of the most shocking political scandals in the country. Accusations of corruption and abuse of power led to her impeachment, and she was eventually sentenced to prison. Her arrest and trial left the nation stunned as South Koreans watched one of their top leaders being held accountable. Park's case became a symbol of both political failure and legal responsibility. Even years later, her imprisonment is still remembered as a warning about the dangers of unchecked authority and the importance of transparency and leadership. Number 3. Alberto Fujimori, Peru. Alberto Fujimori, the former president of Peru, was a leader who brought significant economic and political reforms to his country. But his presidency was also marked by serious abuses of power. He was convicted of corruption and human rights violations, which sent him to prison for several years. Fujimori's conviction showed that even strong leaders could not escape the consequences of illegal actions. While his presidency had moments of progress and success, the legal punishment highlighted the darker side of his time in office. Eventually, due to health reasons, he received a pardon, but his legacy remains controversial and widely debated among Peruvians. Number 2. Joseph Estrada, Philippines. Joseph Estrada, once a famous actor turned president in the Philippines, ended up behind bars for plunder and corruption. Estrada's case divided the nation, with some people continuing to support him, while others demanded justice. Despite his conviction, he attempted to return to politics, showing how some leaders managed to retain influence even after jail. His story is a reminder of how public opinion can be mixed, and how political leaders often have loyal supporters who stand by them regardless of legal issues. Number 1. Jacob Zuma, South Africa. Jacob Zuma, South Africa's former president, became the most high-profile leader on this list because of his defiance of the law. Zuma was sentenced to prison for contempt of court after refusing to follow judicial orders. He also faced a long list of corruption charges during and after his presidency, making him a controversial figure in South African politics.